At the intersection of the supernatural and the quantifiable, three wayward souls find themselves facing a world of the unknown and the unexplained. Who among us can navigate the flickering boundaries between the paranormal and the scientific, and the questionable gray area in between? This is ParaScience, a new actual play podcast from Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. Whatever it was that was screaming in your mind, whatever it was that was urging you to come, eat, whatever it was that haunted you with images of what it ate, whatever it was that controlled those puppets, whatever it was that gave Miss Periwinkle nightmares, whatever it was that infected these woods, whatever it was, it's dead.
Should we get out of here?
Yeah. Hold on. I turn on my flashlight.
I also pull out a flashlight, and I'm looking at the ceiling, the edges of the walls, the pillars. I want to know if that was an indicator that the structural integrity of this area is compromised.
It is not.
Okay.
The vines, the kind of combined organic mass that tangled its way down the various halls of this underground bunker, across the ceiling, and up to the monster itself, are very clearly withered from what they were earlier. You flash your flashlight toward the front of the room and see a particularly large piece of bark has fallen off of the ceiling and into the water. The creature itself, mouth still pulsating and shifting, but certainly no longer emitting any light, is attached firmly to the wall. The creature kind of has a light gray, pale complexion, if it can be described as skin at all.
I want to shoot it again.
You may.
11.
There is no resistance. You open fire at this seemingly dead creature.
That's a 9 damage, just in case.
No, that's 11 damage. It has no innate defense. There is no scream inside your head, just the ricochet of the sound of your gun.
I think it's subdued. I think it's dead.
Are you sure I can shoot it again?
I mean, you could, but I feel like I don't think it's worth it anymore.
At this point, I think all we're doing is deafening ourselves.
Yeah.
Here, let me help you pull Carmichael out of the water.
Yeah. So Saint goes back.
Yeah, I will. I'll double back and help you, or maybe, or if Jules is going to do it, I'm going to look at the thing.
What?
We should get Carmichael out of the water. Since you can toss Saint over a fence, in case he needs help.
Oh, you want me to carry him?
Yes.
No, just help. Just pulling him out would be fine.
As you're reaching down into the water, you can hear an electronic beeping coming from your waist. There is a clicking green light refracting off of the water that you can clearly see. The little communication device on your hip is alight.
Okay. I will take my phone out of my breast pocket with one hand and stop the recording, and then I'm gonna try to use one hand to take some photos of the remains of this thing, and with my other hand I'm gonna go ahead and answer the comm. Agent McAndrews reporting. I was pretty sure that this area was affected by some sort of radiation. Shouldn't be able to get a signal down here.
Through aggressive static, you can hear your name being shouted back.
McAndrews.
Repeat.
McAndrews, this is Gray. Come in.
This is McAndrews. Hearing you. There's interference, but I can hear you.
We've contact 10 hours. Come in.
Repeat. I'm barely receiving you. I'm surprised that I'm getting a signal at all. This was supposed to be a dead zone.
The call drops.
Well,
Did your watch just say 10 hours?
that was what I heard. Yeah, that's may have been how long we've been out of contact. I'm gonna put the
I did
communicator
not
away.
think that we had been down here that long.
Does anybody have any kind of?
Uh,
Does anyone? Long shot. Are any of you wearing an analog timekeeping device of any
I was
kind?
gonna say, I think Saint wears an analog watch. I think that makes sense. So I check the time on my watch. Well, actually, if I have an analog watch, I'm gonna use the flashlight to light up the face of my watch because it's dark in here.
Yeah. I'll check the timestamp on my phone and see if we can compare if there's any, like, how long it seems like it's been.
The time simply reads 8:30 p.m. on both of your devices.
Okay, does that seem like correct? Or does that seem like, oh, we've been down here way longer than we thought we were?
That seems about correct, given how long you wandered in the woods at night.
Okay.
Strange.
Okay, well, let's just get him out of the water, and let's get out of here, and then we can just go from there.
I'm gonna
Let's just...
use I'll use my flashlight and the camera to get some more photos of whatever this thing is.
Jules, can you help me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think this is a combined strength roll. So I think we roll together to try and top the difficulty, if I recall correctly.
That is correct.
Rolling a d4. And I don't think I have anything that's going to help me here.
I think this will just be an average roll.
Well, okay. So I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 6.
You are able to
okay.
lift him. You are able to lift Morgan Carmichael out of the water together.
With Jules doing approximately 2 times the work that I
Yeah,
do.
well,
There's just like no effort in this.
Just struggling.
You're also doing that like because you're so much taller than her. That kind of like awkward
stooping.
trying to hold
Yeah.
one person between you.
Yeah.
incredible.
You should really let me go, like, down the stairs, but, like, for some reason we've got it backwards.
Yeah.
That's all I really want to do is, like, I want to pull him out of the water. I want to check for signs of life. And then I just want to leave.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
You emerge from the storm drain not a few minutes later, although moving another human being has certainly delayed how long it would take to get out of there. You are greeted by a bright autumn sunrise.
Wait,
Sunrise?
did you mean 8:30 a.m. earlier?
No, my watch said 8:30 p.m.
You have an analog watch. How would you tell?
Is it still working?
Because that's what the GM told
That's
me.
why I was asking Ben if he meant 8:30 a.m.
The GM did not misspeak.
Okay.
So your phone said 8:35 p.m. and my watch just said 8:35.
Yes.
So we couldn't really tell which.
I suppose
you know.
that's true.
So I guess my watch could have been correct. Though the sun rising at 8:35 in the fall seems... It doesn't matter. Anyway. Well,
I'm going to try to see if I can get signal through on the comms again.
You hear an electronic beeping the second you step out of that storm drain pipe.
Okay. I answer it. Agent McAndrews.
McAndrews? This is Gray. Come in. Can you hear me this time?
Yes. Yeah, static's cleared up.
Jesus Christ, man. Where were you?
Well, there'll be a full report, obviously, but turns out the Fairchild Air Force Base, some sort of underground munitions storage facility, was concealing an anomaly.
An anomaly of what kind?
It's...
Wait, the Fairchild? Sorry, hold up. There's a lot to you said one sentence and there's already a lot to digest here. The Fairchild had Air Force Base. That's 100 miles north of where you are, unless... Sorry, this is a secondary facility?
I assume so. We passed a fence type of security consummate with this sort of facility. I can send you photos of the signage. But
yes, yes, please do. What kind of anomaly? Transmit only if you are not around civilians, of course.
Sounds like fucking shit.
I'll get that upload going, but we were looking at some sort of something capable of enthralling or controlling those who came into contact with it.
Interesting.
We were able to retrieve one of the missing men. The other is lost. No evidence of no body, and his
lost how? Like abducted?
Like integrated with whatever this thing was.
Agent Gray lets out a sickly groan.
Those are the worst ones.
That's I'm afraid I'm not quite fully understanding what you're getting at. I look forward to reading your report.
I will be very thorough.
We've been attempting to get a hold of you for several hours now. You completely disappeared from our communication satellites. We knew we were going to have a rough time keeping track of you, which is why we set you up in that hotel just outside of town, but you never reported into that location, and, well, then you just disappeared. Was everything all right down there?
More or less. It was under a lot of concrete, probably had something to do with it. It's possible that it was another dimension of the anomaly.
We'll send an investigative team out shortly.
You'll...
Does anyone else know you're down there?
Spoke to a number of people at the retirement community, but didn't tell them exactly where I was going.
I'll phrase this a different way then. Does anyone else know we'll be down there?
No.
Excellent. We'll dispatch out a team as soon as we possibly can.
I'll make sure you have exact coordinates.
Yes, of course. Sounds like it's going to be a bit of a logistical nightmare for us.
Could be. We're going to need explanations for the disappearance, for one disappearance, but and I need to ask an out of character question. Is Morgan Carmichael alive?
He is certainly breathing.
Okay. In that case, thank you. I'm going to get Carmichael back to the retirement facility. I will report having found him in the woods He's been unconscious for most of it. He shouldn't be able to identify me.
All right, that's good. That's not really an airtight excuse, but I'm sure we can make something work. I've been looking over the documentation that the search parties kept very careful notes of their documentation as they were looking for Morgan Carmichael, and if I'm to be frank, I can't make sense of these maps. It looks like they were just barely even skirting the perimeter of these woods. They kept avoiding the center for some reason.
I think the influence of the anomaly was faint at the edges but widespread. It's possible that it was misdirecting the search party somehow.
Jesus.
Well, whatever it is,
All right,
I'm almost positive it was neutralized.
Well, that's a relief. All right, job well done, McAndrews. We will have another detail sent your way for a possible further investigation in the area. We won't make you travel too long this time.
Of course, sir.
Promise. And, Agent?
Sir?
Glad you're alive.
As am I.
Wonderful. Agent Gray out. And you hear a blip.
And I put my communicator back on my belt, and I just look at Jules, and I look at Saint. And I just...
Did we hear all of that? Like, was that loud enough that we could hear it?
You may consider... actually, whether or not you want that to have been speakerphone or not,
I'm going to say it was not speakerphone. And I'm just going to walk back over towards you two and just say, there'll be fewer awkward questions if I'm the one to bring Carmichael back to a medical facility. But don't go anywhere. We need to debrief. And then looks at Jules and just says, informal debrief.
Any of your weird people coming? I'd like to get out of here before that happens.
And I would like to get you out of here before that happens. So, and on our way back, I will make sure that I take photos of the signage. And I'm going to get a photo of the culvert that we came in, now that there's some light. So I'm assuming that we are able to, I am able to drop Carmichael off without any real incident.
You are able to bring him back to the back of Unit 584 just in time for Martin to see you as he's moving through Miss Periwinkle's house. He does his slow jog over toward you, and it looks absolutely flabbergasted. He looks absolutely pale. Oh my God, where did you find him?
There's some abandoned public works type situation pretty damn far back in there. He was unconscious when I found him, but breathing. I'm not exactly sure what the full story is, but I'm sure he'll need to. Obviously, he'll need medical attention. Let me know where you send him. I'd like to check in.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit out of our capabilities here in the community. We'll have to send him to the local hospital. Jesus, he looks beat to shit. I mean, his wife's going to be relieved. I'll be relieved, but
of course,
God, he took quite a fall.
He did. You're right. Well, turns out the Boy Scouts junior search and rescue training was good for something after all.
Well, I appreciate your help, stranger.
It's a little more hands-on than I was expecting this one to get, but we do what we can.
He kind of stares at you for a second. Yeah, we sure do.
All right. Then I will leave him in your cave.
Martin jogs back. You sit Morgan down in maybe like a wicker chair outside of on Miss Periwinkle's porch, and you can see Martin kind of running back to the front of the home to fetch his golf cart.
I'm going to send a text to whatever secure, line I have available, and just let them know that Morgan Carmichael, I have passed Morgan Carmichael off. He will be transported to, and I will make an educated guess as to what the nearest hospital is.
Certainly.
And so, because I'm going to go ahead and assume that whatever agency I work for has people who deal with the aftermath of this kind of thing, and it's not me.
It absolutely does. And it absolutely isn't.
So someone will be along to straighten the rest of that out. And then I will go back to wherever Saint and Jules are hanging out.
All right, yeah. You return to the heart of the woods where Saint and Jules are waiting for you.
I am going to assume that I'm just going to follow Jules to wherever, whatever bolt hole she wants to hang out in. Because Saint wants to go back to his bike, basically, but that's just not going to happen right now. So he's just going to kind of be like, well, this is your forest, let's hang out someplace safe, I guess.
Yeah, if we could, if the Jules can find a little covered place or something that has a little bit more coverage that they can kind of hide out near.
Sure, maybe there is some collapsed trees. Some recently collapsed trees are creating a bit of a earthly tent, if you catch my meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry you got stabbed.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time.
Do you want a Band-Aid or something?
I think this is going to be slightly more than a Band-Aid, so if you have, gauze or a medical pad, then, yeah, for sure. But if not...
I do have that.
I'll just hang. Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, totally. That would
Always
be
gotta be
dope.
prepared around here.
Yeah, I left my medical kit in my bike. Yeah, I do have a first aid kit. So, didn't want to haul it around with me. Look who's fucking laughing. Not me. I have a stab wound.
It's okay. We'll do what we can for now.
Yeah. So
I'll take out the first aid kit and start trying my best to tend to his wound.
Yeah.
Let me just roll to heal Matty. Oh, they're healed.
Wait, question. You said I got, stabbed in the chest, right?
Yeah, kind of maybe across the upper shoulder or something.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely fucked up his binder then.
I have a D6 in medicine.
Nice.
Well, Nikki, thank you, but I don't not care about the numbers this late in Cortex's career.
Aww,
Yeah.
Why does literally nothing in this system make sense?
I'm sorry, Matty, I think you were about to have a moment.
Oh, no, it was just a realization of, there's no way they could get around this without, her finding out that he's trans, I guess. Which doesn't need to be a conversation, it's just just had that think. Anyway.
It's not like Jules is gonna say anything.
No, I think in fact there's probably a non-conversation about it where he's that there's a moment of hesitation where he's I have to pull off my shirt for this to work, and he's oh well, and just goes for it, and he's also, if you have a needle and thread so I can fix this, that would be very cool.
Yeah, I think I have a little bit.
Okay, great, thanks.
This is my ghost fighting tank top.
Yeah. that also hides my titties. That's how this works. Ghosts can't get them.
Yeah, they're the most easily haunted part of the body, clearly.
Yeah, obviously.
Haunted titties!
Did not think this is how chapter 1 was closing.
Titties are haunted.
Stop! We're trying to have a soft
I'm sorry.
moment.
Yeah, no. We're literally having a bandaging up each other moment.
I know.
And also I'm coming out to you as trans, and I'm trusting you're going to be cool about it.
I will respect that.
And also, I guess my tits are haunted.
I'm sorry.
She'll bandage you up, and she doesn't. It's almost like she doesn't even notice.
Well, that's honestly perfect.
It's as we say, I don't give a fuck.
Bigfoot doesn't give a shit about gender. Why should I?
Exactly.
I love it.
Oh, we found our first t-shirt.
Bigfoot doesn't give a fuck about gender, so why should I? Jules 2020.
So good. Okay. Do I get
so I
back
think-
by now?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
My shirt is back on.
Okay. I'm just sort of. Two of you took care of that. Looked. I didn't get a good look at it down there. It looked pretty moderately dire.
No, I'm all right. It wasn't comfortable. I'll say that, but I'm all
Knife
right.
wounds usually aren't.
No.
How many times have you two been stabbed?
Look, sometimes people get possessed and they start swinging.
I have to say I have more experience with being bitten by things than stabbed, but comes out in the wash. So, that was
Fucking crazy.
yeah.
Another day on the job, I guess.
Yes, actually, this works surprisingly well for three people who are not trained to work together.
And three people, if I had to guess, generally don't work with other people. Maybe that's just me.
No, it's definitely me, too.
Yeah. Are you...
Capable by training, generally not by choice.
Is that an assessment of us? Sorry, I'm confused. That was...
When I get the option, I work by myself, but doesn't mean I'm not trained to work in a group.
It sounds like you're taking this somewhere, Alistair. What are you suggesting exactly? Because I don't think that I'm really into signing up with anybody currently.
That's not what's on offer.
Okay.
This is more of a just evaluating the arsenal, as it were, and seeing a potential for more efficient solutions in the future.
So there's more of those things out there?
Let's start with Jules. You look like the kind of person who has lots of unconventional ideas about lots of things.
Well, I know a lot about a lot of things.
Okay, well, most people who dress like me tell you you're crazy, right?
Yeah.
Well, crazy you might be, but wrong you generally aren't. And I think Saint knows that too. Seems like
Well, I'm not going to start saying that Bigfoot is real. Sorry, Jules, but I think that
Jules gives you this, like, at first she's kind of looking like she's kind of warming up to Alistair because he said she was right. But then you said that Bigfoot didn't exist, and she gives you this look of just, like, wounded.
I know.
Like, how
I'm
could you
sorry.
say that?
I say it with affection.
This is like when you are trying to get a cat to come out from underneath the bed.
And you make a grab for them too early.
Yep.
They just
Yeah.
they just look at you. Yeah.
And Ezra's down on their knees, like
Doing the, like,
Come here, Jules. Come here.
shaking a little bowl of food or whatever. And then Matty is standing directly behind Ezra with a super soaker.
Bigfoot's not real. Well, if that thing existed and if, ghosts and whatever it is you do exist, who's to say Bigfoot doesn't?
I'm not
I feel like this is not a productive conversation to
I'm
have.
not filing a report one way or the other. I'm just saying that I think the three of us might be uniquely capable of finding that out if we collaborate.
You're not going to mention us in your reports, are you?
I am notorious for writing very diligent, information-packed, excruciatingly boring reports. Stickler for detail, that Agent McAndrews. So no. And if I have to allude, it'll be buried so deep people will have fallen asleep in their coffee cup before they get there.
Sounds like a good report. I'd read it.
Maybe you can make sure I've put my semicolons in properly.
Sure.
You receive a little buzz on your secured communication
Alright, I
device.
put up a
Alistair.
finger and step away, and I will hop back on.
It is a text message. Farther than anticipated. Sorry. Start driving to Long Beach. Not a vacation.
Anybody ever wanted to go to California?
I'm afraid it's here that we're going to have to cut our story short. What you've been listening to was ParaScience, a glimpse into a world unknown. It was an actual play horror adventure told to you through Cortex. Our players were Ezra Kaye as eyes-on-the-ground agent Alister McAndrews, and Matty Trumbo-Gomes as capable young man St. Garcia Flores, with Nikki Boylan as the monster in the woods, Jules Ortiz. As for myself, I was your game master and disembodied voice, Ben Hamlin. I was also the producer of this show. Our theme song was by the incorporeal Johnny Rinaldo, and our logo was created by the haunted visage of Terra Bosart. This show is brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. You can follow us on social media at InfinityBreak23 and check our website and all our other tabletop shows, live and dead, at InfinityBreak.net. If you would like to help this show succeed, there are a good many ways to do that. You can help spread the word about this show on social media and by simple word of mouth. Don't forget to use the hashtag ParaScience, and while you're at it, why not tag InfinityBreak23? We have a Patreon at patreon.com/InfinityBreak, where you can start donating to Infinity Break for as little as $1 a month. And finally, if you listen through Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a review. Reviews help us rise in the podcasting charts and help more people stumble across our show, like a body in the woods. That's all for now. Let ParaScience drift into the back of your mind and let the seeds of doubt begin to plant themselves where you sleep. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, right here on Infinity Break.